Today, as you can see, we are going to be having some fun and playing with stability balls, also known as Swiss balls. So if you hear someone say, oh, stability ball or Swiss ball, this is what they're talking about. If they say medicine ball, it's the weighted small ones. So these are not called medicine balls. So there's lots of fun things that you can do with this. As you can see right now, I'm just gonna bounce up and down to actually get used to being on the ball, to warm up a little bit, right? So if you're not already on your stability ball, or you don't have it near you, I'm gonna bounce for a moment or so while you go get it, or while you start establishing your balance, right? So these are fun. We are gonna do a lot of like back and obviously core work. So that's what stability balls are good for, is to encourage the use of your stabilizing muscles, right? Because these, you can get rings and things that'll keep them a little more stable, but like my ball here is just freestanding. Like the only way I'm not falling off of this is by supporting myself and keeping myself stable on the ball, right? So you don't ever want to do this on days that your balance is a bit off. So if you get on here and you're like, maybe that's not a good day to do it today. Or if you haven't had a lot of sleep, or you're dehydrated, all of those affect your stability and your balance. And this is literally all about balance. So I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit. I'm like, how long? So I've been going about 2 minutes now. It's just a kind of a nice way to get your heart rate up. It's not going to be super high, but this bounce, it's just going to get everything moving and flowing and bouncing and all of that. In a moment, we're going to stretch out through the shoulders, warm up the back, the arms, the shoulders, and we're going to do so sitting on the stability ball. And then I'm going to show you a few balance things, or balance exercises, that we are going to do standing with one foot on the stability ball. Okay, so let's bounce for another 30 seconds, up and down, up and down. So, true story, had a friend that was using this as her computer chair. And kind of like me right now, she was like bouncing up and down while she was on her computer. What she didn't realize is that her children, at the time they were quite small, had been playing near her computer and had left like toys all around the area. And she was bouncing and moving and bouncing and moving, and she's typing away on the computer, and as she's moving around, the ball caught on one of the toys, and she went flying, landed on one, and needed stitches. So before you do anything like this, the moral of the story is make sure the area is clear. And if you had just bouncing up and down, we're gonna go side to side. Bounce, bounce. Move the hips side to side. Yeah? So just starting to warm things up. Use the arms for balance. Literally, I could just do a whole 30 minutes of bouncing like this, and it could be a lot of fun, right? But bounce and bounce, side to side. And what's more fun than going side to side on a ball is back and forth and back and forth, bounce, forth, do, do. So we're just getting a pattern established. Some movement, because I want you to be really comfortable being on the ball. Now, this one, I thought it was a little bit too tall for me, but I am actually able to go 90 degrees in my elbow or my knee bend, so it's okay. You kind of want it so that it's 90 or just below. Like if your legs cannot go 90 degrees, like you're way too high, the ball is too high. At the same token, see I have this little baby ball over here, which I'm going to use in a moment to demonstrate some things so I don't fall and kill myself. But this would be like too small for me. Like this is more for a shorter person or a child or whatever. But I have it in front of me, and I've had it in my room for a long time, so I use it sometimes for balance stuff. If you don't have the ability to have 2 balls in the house or whatever, just use whatever you have, and I'll show you on both. All right, now circle, circle, like a hula hoop. Again, make sure there's plenty of room so that you do not fall. And mine is moving me around, so move it back in a circle. Yeah, the sing-song voice is necessary. Right? So a little movement around and around we go. Around. And as soon as you start to, the ball, like I don't know if you probably can't even tell, but my ball is like starting to turn me in a great big giant circle facing the other way. And as it does that, I'm just moving it back the other way so that it stays right here where I want it. There we go. Whoop. And once more. Around like a hula hoop. Okay. Come on up. I'll use this one because I've been using it. I'll have the baby one nearby if I need it. So you're going to go ahead and put one foot on top of the ball. And make sure the other ball doesn't bounce in your area. One foot on top of the ball. Okay. And now we're going to start with the alphabet. You can do lowercase, uppercase. I honestly don't care. But you're going to start and draw the alphabet. E. And I'm not checking penmanship. Right? So this leg, my standing leg, is doing a lot of the work. I's are easy. Here's J, K, L, almost there. Ooh. Ooh, T almost knocked me down. U. And W, X, Y, and Z. Whew, shake it out. Come back. And now the other side. So same thing. Foot on top. Start first balancing. And now do the other side. There's my I. J. Okay. So all we're really working on is single leg balance. Could this be the Declaration of Independence? Could this be your signature? Totally talked in like, okay, R, P, Q, R. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm writing because all I'm trying to do is establish balance. W, X, Y, and Z. Shake it out. Now, we're going to incorporate movement with this balance. So I'm going to put my foot back on. I want my hips squared, my shoulders squared, and I'm going to extend my foot forward and at the same time come down into a squat, pressing my heel or like my ankle into the ball and then coming back up. It is not a huge squat, but it is a pistol squat or something like it, and it is a stretch of the hamstrings. So go ahead and we're going to do about 8 to 10 of these. Okay. Here's 5. Again, we're just working single leg balance. Make sure you're breathing, and that push into the ball is actually quite important. So that push, and here is 10. I'm going to stay on this leg. If this is a challenge, if the foot is starting to cramp, then we can take a little break, switch legs or whatever. Let me make sure I have enough room here. So It's again, hip squared, shoulder squared. I just went forward. I'm going to come sideways, come down, push my leg into the ball, and back in. Down and in. So it's still another lunge, or a squat, I mean. Lateral lunge out, squat, everything right here. So my knee is going to be in line with my toe. And again, 8 to 10. So I've got about 5 more. If I'm looking for that magic 10 number. Here's 7. 9 and 10. Same leg, I know. So it's like 30 reps just on this leg. I'm going to take it directly underneath, hips squared, shoulders squared once again. Bring it behind. Yikes! And that's where I just lost it because I was watching and not paying attention. Oh, because actually I wanted my shin on here. Hello, rewind, start over. Shin on, push the knee, and come up. So it's a lunge back, everything in line here. Now, I have like the treadmill right here, mainly because that's the space I have, but it wouldn't hurt to have something nearby on this so that if you're just putting a finger, right, just something to touch, just in case. Good. Here's 5 more. And 4, 3. By this time, I bet this leg is starting to get tired. 1 more. If it's not, go ahead and do that all over 10 more. All right. Bring this ball in front. Shake it out. And we've got the other side. So if you remember, we push that foot forward first. So hips squared, shoulders squared. Hinge and push into the ball. Hips go back, knee bends, leg is in front. Okay. You see me breathing, make sure that you breathe. Not too fast, breathing or moving. Here's 5. Like when you come out, you're gonna hold and pull it. So not like, right? Too fast. 7. Last 2. And 1. I'm going to need more side here, so I'm just going to move this over just a little bit here. Foot on top of the ball. And we are out and in. Hold and press. As I come down to this lunge, I'm going to press my foot into the ball as if my foot was on the floor. Now, this is actually going to eventually be a back. Well, I should say, today is not going to be a back workout. This is actually, we're going to do some shoulder stuff. I will have a whole other video of just almost solely back workout. Today's for legs, 2, hips, and abdominals. Okay, there's that last one. Go ahead and take the ball directly underneath you. So if someone was looking at you, it looks like you have no leg on there. I know that's weird, but whatever. Okay, so knee is on here, shin is on here. Send it back, and then come up. Send it back, and come up. So a lot of hip stabilization going on through here. Also a good amount of like our adductor and abductor muscles. See, you can tell this isn't scripted because sometimes I just can't remember what I'm going to say. Here's 5. Here's 4. Sort of lose balance a little bit there. And 3, press that knee in. Get low press. 1 more. Good. And then bring that forward. So stretch it out. You'll always have one side that you're like, oh, balance is great. Other side, oh, maybe not so much. The whole idea of doing this is to make sure that your balance becomes more equal on either side. Let's go right into some abdominal movements. So I'm going to sit on the ball again. Oh, great, she's going to bounce. Nope, I'm not. I would love to. But for now, we're going to do a lot more core. Well, let's be honest, core is everything from the base of your head down to the base of your spine and everything attached to it. So more abdominal muscles, not just the ones we can see, but the deep abdominals as well as the transverse and obliques. So this is going to be some fun. Just got the legs balance stuff over with. We'll go back to the legs and hips in a little bit, but right now we're going to do some more abdominal work, or some abdominal work. We haven't done it yet. So hands can be here on your chest or behind, and I'm going to lower down, look at the ceiling, support my head, and come back up. Down and up. Notice I'm not looking behind me. I'm looking straight up. There's plenty of room between my chin and my chest, as if I was holding an apple there. So as you come up, that apple distance is going to maintain. Try not to scrunch as you come up. Here, we're going to do 8, 7, 6, maintain chin from chest distance. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to bring my hands in front, and we are going to take that crunch we just did into what we call a diver crunch. So my head is going to go, and my back is actually going to kind of arch over the ball, just to get a bit more movement and flexibility through my spine and head, and come back up. So we've called this Charlie's Angels. You know, if you remember the silhouette of the women holding the gun in front, or if we just try to keep it a little bit more tame, it is a diver's crunch, because as my hands come up, my arms are by my ears and up. Okay, so work on bringing the arms close to your ears, your forearms rubbing your cheeks, your temples, and then as you come up. Let's do 8. And this is why I should always count, because I think that's 6. I may have missed a number. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring it right back up here. Now we're going to work more of the transverse obliques. So I'm going to come down where my head is supported by the ball. I can look straight up at the ceiling. My arms are overhead. Now I'm going to show you the way to cheat. You're like, well, why would you do that? Because this is what I don't want you to do. So I'm going to show you the way to cheat. Here is how we can cheat. So you can start by dropping my hips. That's part of cheating. And then I can just do this, okay? That is not twisting. So I want the hips up and engaged. I want the arms here. Think of it like a sundial. And then you'll see this whole area start to twist and back up. And roll through the shoulders and back up. And roll and back up. So my arms, shoulders, head are all moving together. I'm not just moving my arms, I'm moving everything. Okay? So who knew we could have this much fun with a stability ball? Yes? We just thought they were just there for, I don't know, bouncing, decoration. Here's 4. And 3. And 2. Last one, each direction. And then back to center. This time hands can kind of be down on the side or they can be on the chest. I'm holding this bridge. I'm going to drop and lift my hips. Drop, lift. So we've taken this from abdominals right now to glutes. Yes? And hips. Lower and lift. I'm going to show you another variation of this later, but this one's a nice one since we're already here. My shoulders, my head are stabilized. They are supported. Good. Drop and squeeze. I'm going to do this to kind of warm up everything for when I take it down to the floor and we work the hamstrings and glutes even more. And lift. Here's 5 and up and 4, lift, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to bring ourselves all the way back up. Okay. And just for a moment, take a breath and bounce and bounce. Okay. Make sure, remember my story about my friend, right? Make sure right now that your area is clear because we're going to do a little something special. Now, I'm showing this with a bounce because you can add this. Like this is something like, oh, well that looks kind of fun. Maybe I can go with that. I'm going to take it down a little bit less bouncy. Hands either way so I can support myself or maybe even bring it here. And now we have what we call Russian dancer. Who knows the Russian dance, right? It's out, out. Hands wherever I need them to be so I don't fall. Yes? Abs in. I can pretend I'm driving my car. And Russian dancer. Kick the legs one by one. So I'm really holding my abdominal muscles in, everything here, shoulders, hips, stable, so that I can try to pick up the pace. Yes, don't know any Russian music to do this to, but if I did, I would start to hum it now. Boom, yes, out. We can try to go a little faster. Just please be careful. Yes. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe. You're welcome. Okay, let's do another set of abs and then take it to the floor. And we're going to do hamstring, glute, a lot of balance. So let's do a set of abdominal muscle or crunches before we take it down. Plus catch your breath, don't bring that heart or the head below your heart yet. So hands here or behind the head, look at the ceiling and up. Breathe and up. Good. So amazing, isn't it, that you can do an entire workout with just a stability ball. In fact, I'm going to break it up into 2 workouts because, to be honest, you could spend quite a bit of time on this. There's a lot we can do. Yeah. Now I have my hands here, but I could just as easily do this, right? And keep that apple's distance. Good. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. We have that space to take it all the way down into a diver crunch. So not just working the abdominals from the lower rib cage to basically like your pubic bone, but we're going to engage through the intercostal muscles of your rib cage. So arms in front, we're going to bring that overhead, reach behind, and now crunch and pull it up. Extend and crunch and pull it up. You can take your time going down and then a little explosion to bring it up. Now see if you can do it without using your arms to help. So keeping the arms by the head as you come up. Yes. 8 more. Here's 7. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoot yourself down. Shoulders and head supported. Arms in your sundial position. And here we go to the right. And center. Twist. And center. Okay. Feet planted. Hips in a bridge. Roll through the shoulders. So this is obviously where you want a ball that fits you so that you have this room to go. Good. We've got 5 more. So 5 and twist. 6, or say 4 to go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I'm going to gonna let myself roll back up and then bring myself to the floor. Now I'm gonna bring this is probably one of the more challenging movements on a ball. If you don't get this one right off the bat, no worries, okay? I'm gonna show you some of the best way to do it. Again, it is fairly challenging to maintain your balance. So I'm gonna have my leg extended like a big giant triangle. This ball is right in my hip, okay? Now, I'm going to start to lean into the ball and reach over and back. And it's a reach and back. So the key is not to let this ball slide out from underneath you. So you're like, okay, I don't know what you're doing to make it magically stick, but mine is going all over the place. So what you can do is, so I happen to have like a little bench, you can have a wall, whatever. So see, it's not gonna go anywhere. So I could use a wall or bench so that I know that ball isn't going to move. I can also wrap my arm around the ball and keep it close to me. Okay, so keep going. Move this way because it's kind of getting too close to an area and I can't move. Okay, so we've got 4, 3, 2, hold here, hold over the ball, hand can come down, this is supporting me here, my leg is extended, and now I'm going to lift and lower, lift and lower. I could pull and down, pull down, or just lift and lower. Working to get some obliques and pull and in. So this is elbow to knee, or just a knee lift, or just a leg lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring yourself back up. And we're going to do the other side. I might be sort of cheating here because I'm going to have the ball against the treadmill because otherwise I won't have a whole lot of room. Okay, so we're over. Actually, I might pull it in because it does feel kind of weird there. And over and in. Over and in. Okay, so actually my ball isn't touching. You can see my hip is in, like wedged in the ball. It's just that reach and back. Here's 4 and back. 3, 2, and 1. Now it's the elbow, so it's hold it here and pull. Extend and pull. Open, pull. Okay, in. Here's 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. You should be able to see everything. Now, for the fun. So I'm gonna count out loud so that you don't really have to watch me. You can watch to see what I do first and then hop on. So what first we're going to do is lay down on the floor, feet on top of the ball, shoulders on the floor. And we're going to work this legs extended first, no knee bend. So arms are to your side for support, belly button pulled in towards your spine, and then hips going to be tucked in a moment and lift and lower them down. So hips tuck and lift and lower. Okay, up and down. You can look at the ceiling. You don't need to see what I'm doing. You can just hear my voice. Lift and lower. It's a little hip tuck, squeeze, push up. Tuck, squeeze, push up. We're going to go 8, 7, 6. You've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Pull the knees in for a moment. You can hold each knee. Next, we're going to do this with bent leg. So legs are at a 90 degrees, heels on the ball, toes facing up, so like a number 11 or like you have skis on. Now we're going to lift the hips again. So you're going to tuck the hip, push it up, squeeze, and lower. Squeeze and lower. Push it straight up and down. Lift and lower. Okay, here's 5, 6. When I get to 10, the countdown begins. 8, 9. Here's 10. We've got 5 more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One leg at a time. Pull in. That little bitty stretch. Okay. We're going to take that extended leg and that knee lift and put them together for a hamstring curl. So it'll, again, feet straight up like number 11s. We're going to tuck the hip, lift, and now bend the knees, pull the ball in. Extend back out and lower. That's 1. Lift, pull in, extend, lower. Lift, pull in, extend, lower. Lift, pull in, extend, lower. This is 5. In, extend, down. Here's 6. Extend, down. 7. 8. 9. When we get to 10, 5 more. Up, pull in, down, over. Here's 4. In, extend, lower. I know hamstrings. Hello, out and down. Here's 2. In, out. 1 more. Here's a lift, pull in, down, and pull those knees in. Rub out the hamstrings, give it a little hug. A slight break, but not entirely. So we're going to wrap the legs. Now my ball is kind of big. We'll see how this works. I might look a little comical. I'm laying my legs over the ball. You might have to take the legs out a little wide so that you can really scrunch and pull and dig your heels in. So you are squeezing the ball now between your back of your thighs and the back of your calves. Yes? Okay. Shoulders are on the ground. I'm going to pull this in and down. Okay. Pull it in and lower. Squeeze the ball and down. Squeeze and lift the ball off the floor and down. And pull and lower. Here, 6, 7. Remember when 10 used to be like a magic number? Now it's our countdown. Here's 9. Now we know 5 more. It's a squeeze. And 4. And 3. And 2. Hold this one, hold it up, small pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Here's 2 and 1. Oh yes. Okay, so I'd be remiss in doing what I would call a core and hip workout without doing the ball pass through. You're like, oh, that sounds fun. What is that? Well, let me show you. So I have the ball already at my legs. I'm gonna kind of unload it a little bit. Knees bend and hold the ball with your feet or like your shins. Now I'm going to extend my arms overhead as I lift the ball up, grab the ball with my arms, and then extend out again. And lift it up, give it back to my legs, and extend to my arms. So ball pass here, full extension. Okay? Let's do it. Pass to the legs, arms and legs extend. Pass to the hands, arms and legs extend. Lift. We're at 6. Here's 7. You're like, oh, please let 10 be the magic number. I don't think so. 8. 9. 10. Now we got it, right? Here's 5. 4. 3. Wait, oops. Almost forgot what I was doing. 2. And 1. Give it back to the legs. Bring it down to the ground. All right. Time for a stretch? I think so. One foot stays on the ball. One hand behind the thigh. Extend that leg up. Right, and bend. And extend. Knee bend, heel tap on the ball. Extend up. Oh my goodness, you know what we forgot? Don't worry, we'll get to it. I almost forgot. How could we? You're like, what could we possibly have forgotten? We did so much. Yes, but did we do windshield wipers? I don't think so. Last one. Let's give a little stretch of the hamstrings first. Because if you want to do another set of those, you can go right ahead. All right, little stretch. Little stretch. Here's 4, 3, 2, Now go ahead and grab the ball with both legs and lift it up. Take your arms out to a T formation. Make sure you have some room. And we're going to lower the ball down and bring it back up. And lower it down and bring it back up. You know, the legs are extended, but I could take this with my knees bent and back up. And my knees bent and back up. So I want you to find what works for you the most, right? And over, center, and over. Good. And here's 6. You're like, oh, come on, please just let it be 10. No. 7. Here's 8. 9. And 10. Now the countdown begins. Good, here's 5. 4 more each side. Hey, I'm not even kidding, this is not that easy for me either. Here's 3. Then why are we doing it? 'Cause it's good for you. 2. And 1. Back to the center. Wrap those arms around your knees, feet on the ball. Let the legs fall to one side. You can hold on to the ball. And actually holding that, reaching the arms out like a T, and then pulling them in and opening the book, right? So it's like closing a book and opening a book. And open. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And then taking it over to the other side. Again, you don't even need the ball really, but I have it here because I might use it in a moment. So open, I may close the book. Of course, you need to see me open the book and close and open. Yeah, so just a slight spinal twist. Here's 3. And 2. And 1. You know, slowly make your way up onto your knees, the ball in front of you, and let's just get a good stretch, okay? So start to roll the ball out, arms extended, head, and then bring it back in. Let's do that again. Start to walk it out, roll it out, extend, and in. Let's do 2 more. And 1. As you pull it back in, come back to your feet. The ball is in front, and a stretch, and up, and walk it out. Okay, and take it over to the right, and take it over to the left. Through the center and back up. Great job. look for part 2, where we really work the spine, the shoulders, the back. So thank you for doing the workout. Make sure it's on your rewind. You can do it over and over again. Until next time.